Hey, welcome back to me, and Poppy's Kitchen. I have found what looks like the best, the easiest holiday appetizer recipe that I have ever seen. It's called Hot Honey Fig Dip. I have been seeing it everywhere and I had to give it a try. I'm going to a favorite things party tonight with my small group, and I always like to bring something different and something that I think everybody will love. And this looks like what everybody's going to love. So it's 4 ingredients. They're all really cool ingredients. And I can't wait to get started. So let's go. Okay, it calls for two, I don't know how to pronounce this, Borzen garlic and fine herb cheese packages. I just had my grocery store happened to have buy one get one free when I got them, so I was excited about that. But so that's what you're going to start with. I've seen these everywhere, and I've never really known what they were. It's like this really soft cheese. What kind of cheese is this? Somebody, if you know, let me know. Okay, so you're going to put it in a pie dish or some sort of serving dish that kind of has a rim around it. I don't guess it has to have a rim around it. Yeah, let it have a rim around it because we're going to spread some of it. Okay, so you get 2 of these, and they're packaged up really neat too. All right, so we're going to get these spread out on the pan. Just take the back of a spoon and spread it out evenly over your dish. And you're going to have stuff on top of this, so like if it's not, I'm trying to get it even all over so it's not real thick on one side and thin on the other. Okay, it's you kind of just have to press down. You can't really like spread it back and forth because it comes over with your spoon. Okay, so I'm just pressing down. Now I'm going to try to just kind of lightly pat it so because it's got my spoon indentions in there. Okay, now you're going to take some fig dip. Yum. I got this at Aldi. I just happened to see it, and I thought this was before I even saw this recipe. And I thought, fig dip. Anytime I'm like at a restaurant that has charcuterie stuff and all that, and I see fig dip, I'm like, that's what I want. Yum! I cannot wait. Okay, so this it says 8.5 ounces. This is 9 ounces. We're using the 9 ounces because to me, I'm gonna stir it. I'm just stirring it, trying to stir it up a little bit in here so it'll spread better. You're just going to put this right on top. This is actually called, I said fig dip. This is called fig fruit spread. On this, it says fig spread. Okay, it does say fig spread. Okay, so just again, take the back of your spoon. You're going to put it all over the cheese. And then I can't wait to tell you what the next ingredients are, because every one of these ingredients, I'm like, yum. Okay, and you can serve this with any kind of crackers, but I'm going to make some homemade crackers. So easy. Stick around. I'm going to add it to this video, but no kidding. It's going to make it take it like to the next level. So do that with me. Okay, so we're doing that. Now you're going to take some hot honey. A lot of people love Mike's hot honey. That's great. That's what I have. I just happen to have it in little sticks. So I'm going to use the sticks because that's what I have. And I didn't want to, we don't use a lot of hot honey, and I knew I had these, so I didn't want to buy something that I didn't need when I already had it. It's stick form. But okay, so you're just going to take your honey, and it just says just kind of spread it out. It doesn't say 2 tablespoons, and it says adjust to your taste. So you're just pouring it however you want to. Over the spread, and I have a feeling if I just had it in tablespoons, it'd be a whole lot easier, but this is what I got. I'm doing some more because that looks so good. Yum. I don't know how much is in each one of these little sticks. Not enough. Do it around the edges because, you know, that's the first part that gets eaten are the edges. So make sure those get good and covered. I can tell you what, I'm going to be eating this. I'm doing the last two just because that it just looks delicious. I'm just doing it. Okay, the next ingredient, another delicious ingredient, is 1/4 of a cup of chopped pistachios. Can you imagine this cheese, fig dip, hot honey, and chopped pistachios together? Yum. Okay, so you're just going to just roughly chop them. Like this. They don't have to be perfect. If some stay whole, that's fine, but I'm trying to get them all at least cut in half. Okay. Yum. Okay, so then you're going to just sprinkle that on top, just all over. And it's beautiful, and I know it is going to be so delicious. And I just can't wait. I cannot wait to try this. As soon as I make these crackers, you better believe I'm going to be trying it, and then I'll just cover up the dip that I took out of it. My daughter always laughs at me because when I make something, I usually take a bite out of the corner. Look, is that not awesome? I cannot wait. Okay, gonna make the crackers. Stay tuned. Try to make the crackers with me. Easy. I think it's like 3 ingredients, 3 or 4, and it takes no time at all. And really, it'll just take it over the edge. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, for the very easy homemade crackers, you're going to start with a cup of all-purpose flour and 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt. You're going to mix that together, and then you're going to gradually add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil while mixing until crumbly. So there's 1. And 2. Just stir until it's crumbly, it says. It says mix. So I don't know if she's supposed to be doing this in a, yeah, it's crumbly, in a mixer. Okay, and then 3 tablespoons of water, adjust as needed. And what it says, slowly pour in the water, mixing until a cohesive dough forms. So just a tablespoon at a time. I'll just add. It's not cohesive yet, and that was 2 tablespoons, so let's go for our third. It's getting more cohesive, but I think I need some more. I'm going to do another one. That's 4 tablespoons for me. Okay, now it's forming into a dough. I need just a little bit more. Okay. Here we go. Hope I'm not doing something wrong. Okay, then it says, roll out the dough on a floured surface to about 1/8 of an inch thick. Kind of squeeze it together. Make sure it's going to stick together. Okay. Now we're putting it on this floured, lightly floured. I always do it just on this big flat baking sheet that I have. This is my mom's rolling pin. They moved to a smaller place where she's not going to be cooking anymore much. So she gave me her old rolling pin. I love it. Okay, so 1/8 of an inch. So you just want it where it's thin enough to be like a cracker, but not so thin that it's gonna not be good. And I like that they're going to kind of be rustic looking, so don't worry about even edges and things like that. This just makes them look homemade. Okay, I think that's good. Then it says take a pizza cutter and just cut whatever shapes and sizes you want. And then we're going to put it on a baking sheet with parchment paper. So we're going to put it in the oven 400 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. And it says you can add any topping to it, like different herbs. It suggested thyme or rosemary. Since we've got this fig dip that's got so many flavors already, I'm just going to put some sea salt on mine. Sprinkle it with some sea salt. And this is sea salt. All right, and then so it'll just kind of be lightly salty and not have to add too many other flavor profiles, because I want the fig dip to stand out on its own. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this to the baking sheet, bake it 10 to 12 minutes, and then we'll give all of it a test. Can't wait. Okay, now for the taste test. Look at just how pretty and rustic these crackers are. So easy, and it made about 41 good size crackers, so that's perfect. Let me see, let me get a small one, because I'm just going to take the very tip off of this, but I want to get some honey and some cheese and some pistachios, and let's give this a taste. Can't wait. Looks, my mouth is watering. This looks so good. All right, here we go. Y'all, that is sensational. Like, there's so many different flavors all at one time, and crunchy and soft and creamy and hot and figgy, and oh my goodness. Make this. You've got to make this. And that cracker with it was just, it was so good. Okay, hot honey fig dip. So easy, so quick. You got to make it. Thanks for watching.